Who can count the atoms that dance from spirit's breath, weaving the fabric of the threefold world, before even the golden sun first opened its eye? Countless are the orbs that drift through these realms like stars scattered in a dream. And who could ever name the creations yet to rise, wave after wave, from the boundless ocean of divine being? This world is peopled with forms both coarse and divine, beasts, men, and gods. Though they seem to perish in their time and place, their essence lingers still, pulsing quietly in the same breath of existence. The mind, restless, like wind in a canyon, gives birth to the worlds it dreams. From the empty chamber of the heart, it conjures realms of form and thought. Within that void, the uncreated dwells, silent, still, and whispers seeds of vision into the womb of the soul, where ideas sleep like stars before the dawn. Countless beings, those gone, those fading, and those yet to be, are drawn again into form by the fires of their longing. The world appears solid, but is built of breath and yearning, a palace spun from mist, as false as a trembling seen in fever, as fleeting as pearls imagined in the sky. It is a trick of light, a boat perceiving motion in still trees, a dreamt-up city, a flower blooming midair, unreal to the core. Only at the edge of death does the veil fall away, revealing the phantom world for what it is. But when the soul returns, reborn through the gates of earth, the shadow rises again, casting illusion on the mirror of consciousness. Thus begins the dance once more. Birth, death, the thirst for more. Like leaves stitched into a stool, the world sways, unstable, brief, and brittle to the touch. The departed know not earth, nor sky, nor the paths they once trod. Yet when reborn, they forget their freedom and take again the yoke of illusion. Ignorance flows like a river without end, its tributaries splitting and winding, impossible to cross without the boat of wisdom. All creation is cloaked in this fog, where clarity is rare and sleep comes easily. From the boundless sea of divinity, endless waves rise and fall, forms born of the same sacred tide. Some ripple in likeness, some half-formed, strange, unknowable, each a song sung in a different key. All beings here are waves in motion, briefly shaped, soon returned, each echoing the eternal pulse of that which knows no name. Those who awaken while in the flesh may still walk among kin, speak of harvests and duties, live as others do, or vanish into stillness. Some souls return 100 times, others never again. It is all the play of God's great dream, this weaving and unweaving of form. Like seeds that fall, rise, and fall again, the soul is sown, reaped, and scattered across time. As the ocean swells with unending shapes, so too do lives arise in the currents of time. Each wave is a birth, each crash a death, each soul a note in the vast cosmic chant. Yet the wise remain unmoved within, their gaze serene, anchored in God. They rest in the sweetness of equanimity, unshaken, doubtless, whole. Liberation, in body or beyond. Whether clothed in flesh or freed from form, the soul is sea, its waves the norm. In wave or calm, its truth remains, no loss, no gain, no binding chains. Detached from touch, from sound and sight, it dwells in calm, in inward light. No object tempts, no senses bind. Thus liberation clears the mind. No difference in true freedom. What difference lies twixt flesh and breeze, when both are stilled in timeless peace? The soul that knows, in form or free, is vast as wind or silent sea. The bound, unbound, both rest the same. One light within, one silent flame. And once we've seen the whole as one, all selfish strife is past and gone. The rising moon of effort, this knowledge rises, calm and high, like moonlight gracing midnight sky, that all we reap, we too must sow, and from our hands the outcomes grow. No fickle fate nor random chance commands our steps or casts our glance, but clear it shines, both soft and wise. That effort is the path to rise. Right effort bears the fruit. When guided by the wise and true, our efforts bloom in all we do. But aimless acts, without clear guide, are dreams a madman casts aside. He who seeks with heart and hand will reach at last the promised land. Ye those who halt or doubt and stray, find fortune drifting far away. Of past and present deeds, our deeds are twain. Of now and yore, the past may knock, but now holds more. For present acts, with will aligned, can shape the fate once left behind. Power of energy and wisdom. With wisdom's flame and effort's fire, and practice firm with strong desire, a soul can split the mountain's face and cleanse the stains of former grace. No weight of past can dim the gleam of one who moves with steady stream. From righteous ground, and inner strength and law are found, then comes success, serene and sweet, or else misfortune walks their feet. For efforts blind or off the course may waste away or bring remorse. The range of human effort. One lies too weak to cup his hand, to hold a drop of drink or sand. Another climbs to peaks so wide, he claims the oceans as his tide. He builds up towns and rules with grace. The world itself seems not too vast a place. Such is the power of purpose bright, when effort walks with inward light.
Good or ill from effort springs, though fate may play a part. Some claim both hand and heaven shape the works of heart. Yet effort comes in lawful grace, or lawless, wild despair. The first brings fruit, the latter pain and peril in the air. Fortune and effort clash like rams upon a hill. The stronger wins, with force and will. So man must strive with sharpened mind and hand, to make today's resolve tomorrow's stand. When two unequal powers meet, like rams in full combat, the stronger bends the weaker down, be sure of that. If failure strikes despite a path that's just and right, then effort missed the mark, though meant with noble might. Let not misfortune crush the spirit's flame, but grit your teeth and rise again, reclaim your name. With steadfast striving and heart held high, misfortune bows and bad luck passes by. If past life's weight should pull you low, then let your present effort boldly grow. Strike with the strength that now you wield to sow good seed in future's field. For evil fate, though old and cold, can yield to virtue, brave and bold. Just as today may mend the harm of yesternight, so too the soul may climb back into light. The lion's way, effort over fate. Let fortune frown or shadows fall, still rise with steadfast will. For he who strives with heart and hand shall find his moments filled. No peace is found by sluggish souls who sit and simply wait, but by the fire and lawful acts that shape both earth and fate. Dig deep and climb from worldly snares with lion's mighty tread. Break free from fate's imagined cage and boldly look ahead. Daily remembrance, beasts and men. Each morning brings a quiet call. This form is made to fade. So hold the beast within at bay, let noble acts be laid. For worthy deeds bring worthy fruit, and wrong will reap its pain. The word called chance is but a shade, a hollow, soundless name. So walk with care, make effort bright, and let your choices bloom. Not idle seeds in fallow ground that wither into gloom. Rise, O youth, waste not the flame. Do not let youthful years decay in sloth or pleasure's bed, like maggots feeding on a sore where vibrant life has fled. The one who leans on past alone, ignoring what is now, is like a fool who fears his hands, mistaking them somehow. The present moment is your field, so sow with courage true, and let the past be past, for it has nothing more to do. Reason before fortune. 'Tis sweet for twisted minds to say, my fate shall take the reins, but wealth and peace avoid the man who trusts in luck's remains. Let reason be your guiding lamp before you take the leap. Then seek the truths that silent lie in wisdom's chambers deep. For those who only court the stars will find their path misled, while those who think and strive shall find their table spread. The madmen of misguided paths who act outside the sacred law and seek another way are lost like madmen, wandering at close of senseless day. Their effort, blind and misaligned, dissolves into the air, a tale of toil turned into dust, of dreams that end in glare. So walk the path the wise have shown, through Scripture's silent voice, for only those who walk with truth have made the noble choice, the boundary of effort and fate. Yet many sit and do not strive, resigned to endless toil, believing gems won't shine from stone, nor bloom from barren soil. But all has bounds, both fate and will, like pots or paintings framed. No stream flows on forevermore, nor fires remain unnamed. By noble deeds and wise allies, one reaches what is true. But break from virtue's guiding path, and ruin will pursue. The climb of steady souls, the man who walks the path of right shall never truly fall, though poverty may press him down and silence fill his hall. If trained in truth since early days, and shaped by wisdom's flame, surrounded by the good and wise, his fate shall earn its name. With effort, firm, and virtue's spark, his purpose finds its place. No aim too far, no dream too wide, if walked with patient grace. The folly of idleness, the world has shown, and hearts have known, that effort earns the prize. But fools await what luck may bring beneath the watching skies. Were sloth not rooted deep in men, no soul would live in lack. The seas would not be filled with those whose wisdom lost its track. When childhood's play is cast aside, and youth stands clear and bold, let man seek out the wise and just, and learn their truths of old. He'll weigh his faults, refine his strengths, and through true knowledge rise, to walk the path where effort leads to peace beneath the skies.
The nature of fate and effort. Fate is but the echo of deeds done long before, yet one may rise beyond and seek a nobler shore. By dwelling with the wise and reading sacred lore, the fruits of effort bloom, of that be truly sure. What one begins with will, soon bears a timely gain, for effort is but fate, adorned with a new name. The toiler groans aloud, "This labor is my chain," while others cry, "How cruel is fate's hidden flame." But fate, no more than shadows from our yesterdays, is shaped and overthrown by present conscious ways. Courage versus fate. The man who seeks no effort, led by pleasure's flame, will find his nature warped and branded deep with shame. If courage can dispel the clouds of ill and pain, then courage must, by law, hold fate beneath its reign. Two fruits upon one branch, one full, the other bare. So fate is drained by will, though both hang in the air. Decay devours the best, revealing silent strife. The stronger force prevails and reclaims charge of life. When fate and effort clash, like rams with heads held high, the sturdier of the two will always claim the sky. Fate, power, and illusion. If royal beasts raise beggars to a lofty throne, it's not mere fate alone, but choice that carves the stone. As bread is crushed by teeth and ground beneath their press, so power bends the weak, and fate grows ever less. The wise employ the low to tasks of common soil, and shape them to their will through force and steady toil. Yet foolish men who see such rise from common clay cry out that it was luck that made them kings one day. But strength alone creates the fate by which we live, and both are one to those whom truth and wisdom give. Fate and the royal elephant. When a beggar takes the crown and rules a people's land, it springs from law and voice, not fate's unseen command. The beast, the court, the wise, the crowd, all cast their vote. Together shape the tide on which such rulers float. Should fate alone, through beasts, bestow a kingly seat, then chance would rule the world and effort face defeat. The power of the present, the acts of now can break what former lives have done, and past deeds too may dim the brightness of the sun. Yet present strength is crowned with far superior might. It breaks the bonds of fate and brings the dark to light. As youth is overpowered by age and strength and thought, so present effort bends the past in every bout. Fate and the futility of sorrow, like hail that strikes and shatters crops of year-long toil, so fate may wreck the fruit of efforts we embroil. But sorrow is no cure for what we cannot sway. Why mourn for treasures lost if grief can't mend the day? Shall I then weep for death that none of us can flee? What use is grief when all must yield eventually? The true boat across the sea. To cross this vast and stormy world of birth and pain, let effort be the oar and wisdom guide the lane. In scriptures seek the light, in sages seek the flame. Their friendship, like a ship, shall steer through loss and shame. The twin trees of action, two trees grow side by side, one past, the other now. Their fruits depend on care, not fate or sacred vow. He who won't fight false fate with toil and reasoned might is but a beast in form, bereft of inner light. Who trusts in maker's whim for bliss or future woe, a slave to idle fate, no better than a doe. The noble soul in truth, through deeds of virtue climbs, and breaks the cage of thought, like lions through the grime. Those fooled by unseen strings and shirking work assigned, are far from light and law, and lowest of mankind. Duty beyond result, let there be gain or loss, do right whate'er it brings, for duty is the crown that fits all mortal kings. He who avoids transgression, holding law as dear, finds blessings round his path, like pearls in oceans clear. Manly activity and the way of the wise. The wise call courage this, firm work with noble goal, led on by sacred texts, with wisdom in control. For effort joined with law fulfills our mortal plan, and sages' words uplift and make a better man. He knows true peace is joy, eternal, deep, and pure, and books that lead thereto are holy and secure. The foolish stray from truth, in fate they place their trust, but wise men cast off fate as dream and as unjust. So shun false hope in chance, that baseless drifting thread. Let noble acts arise and guide the path ahead. Good laws and customs bloom with time, and their reward is strength of limb and heart in active life restored. The choice of the wise. All those who seek the truth, who study cause and fate, reject the idle dream and work to make life great. With guidance from the wise and acts both strong and kind, they rise to reach their goals and leave all doubts behind. The path to tranquility. Who knows the power of work will never idly wait, but strive with strength and faith to break the bonds of fate. Let every soul draw near to wisdom's open gate and seek the highest good before it is too late.
The call to realization. When the body is healthy and the mind at peace, one should try to understand what's truly worth knowing, to avoid being born again. Anyone who chooses effort over fate reaches their goals in this life and the next. But someone who avoids hard work and leans only on luck ends up hurting themselves and losing their values, wealth, and future hopes. The spring of action. Using our senses, our thoughts, and our physical strength in different ways is how we move towards success. Our experiences stir our minds, and this mental drive leads the body to act, helping us get what we want. All the rules in the scriptures talk about our actions, not about relying on fate. Even children can understand this basic truth. The triple flame of learning. We gain 3 types of benefits, through books, from good teachers, and by our own efforts. All of these are tied to action, not destiny. This is the main teaching of the scriptures, that hard work keeps the mind away from harmful thoughts by keeping it focused on what is right. Parents and teachers tell children to work hard for what's lasting, not for things that fade away. The power of effort. Wise people get out of tough situations by putting in effort, but those who believe only in fate remain stuck and do nothing. A person who takes action gets the results of that action, while someone who doesn't act shouldn't expect anything. The best rewards come from effort used wisely, bad outcomes follow from effort used the wrong way. True fortune is effort. The rewards of hard work, whether they come soon or later, are what wise people call true fortune. No one has ever seen fate or luck. It doesn't exist as something real in this world. What we think of as destiny is simply the outcome of our actions in life, and the good from our efforts is what shows up in other places or times. The Garden of Wisdom. People with sharp minds rise by surrounding themselves with good people, studying meaningful things, and doing what helps them grow. Deep, lasting peace comes from balance, and that balance comes from effort and learning. Studying helps us understand life better, and good understanding helps us make the most of what we study. Just like a lake and lotus flower each enhance the other, study and insight work together. And when we start young, we build a path to achieve what we truly want later in life. What is destiny? It has no shape, doesn't act, and holds no power. It's just a false idea held by those who don't understand. People began using the word because of the concept of karma, the idea that your past actions affect your future. This confusion led many to believe in something vague and uncontrollable called destiny, like mistaking a rope for a snake. A wrong act done yesterday can be corrected by a good act today. So let today be your focus, do something worthwhile now. The belief in destiny comes from misunderstanding. You wouldn't walk into fire thinking it won't burn unless fate allows it. If destiny controls everything, then why do we make choices like bathing or walking? Shouldn't destiny do it for us? And if destiny rules all, what's the point of advice? No one would need to speak or guide anyone. No one on earth is motionless, only the dead are still. If actions produce results, then believing in destiny serves no purpose. You don't see any hidden force called destiny guiding people's actions. It's just a meaningless word that adds nothing real to life. Both have roles, but without the effort from the hand, nothing happens. Whether a wise scholar or a simple herder, no one truly sees destiny at work. If destiny isn't the one acting, then it must mean something else. And if it is the one acting, why not just call it effort? If destiny is imaginary, then imagine that your effort is the true agent. Only a fool trusts in destiny and waits for things to happen. Wise people improve their lives through effort. Tell me, do the brave or smart sit around waiting for fate? If destiny could really help, it would save someone marked for death by fortune tellers. Or if someone becomes wise without learning, just because it was predicted, then sure, believe in fate. They do it through skill, not destiny. In all our daily actions, walking, talking, resting, we don't see destiny at work, any more than we think medicine heals by fate. So let go of this mistaken belief in destiny. It has no real cause, effect, or substance. Focus instead on your own effort, it's what truly shapes your life.
Action over destiny. It's by our own deeds, and nothing else, that we set the course and feel the result. Destiny plays no part in this truth. It's only an idea, with no form or force. It acts not, feels not, nor can it be seen, yet people name it when outcomes appear. They call the good or bad that follows effort destiny, though its only consequence, most of mankind missing the cause, mistakes the fruit for fate, not action's law. The word called destiny, though hollow, seems alive to those who think it moves and makes, but others see it as only a name, spoken in awe when work bears fruit. Men say destiny when efforts succeed, or when they fail in spite of plans. But know this well, It's only a word, a label given to cause and effect. All desires, no matter how deep, are rooted in acts, not fate unseen. Just as a villager walks to his home, desire moves all creatures to their own. The mind that moves all things. What we call destiny may well be a choice once made with strong intent, a seed of will from another time that blooms again in later lives. Each living soul moves by its nature. Each act aligns with what it craves. Desire is not apart from mind. It is the mind, and mind is soul. The soul itself is cause of action, which men mistake for distant fate. Without the mind, there is no destiny. It thinks, it acts, it reaps. So, it is fate. Desires too. Road's desires arrive in one of two ways. Some lead to light, and others to shade. So what you sought in lives before now shapes the paths you walk today. If your desires are just and pure, they'll guide you toward enduring peace. But if they push toward darker ends, then rise and fight that inner tide. Let not wrong wants pull you astray. Resist with heart, with strength, with care. Guiding the stream of will desire flows like a current through us, caught between rivers of right and wrong. To steer it well, you must apply the power of choice, the force of effort. You, the strong, must lift your will to turn the mind from harm to gain. Where the mind is guided, there it will go. Turn it to light, and it will glow. Yet, like a child, the mind must be taught with kindness, not force or speed. As children learn by patient steps, so must the mind be shaped through time. What you repeat, you come to know. Practice brings wisdom, error fades. With goodwill deep inside your heart, act through your body, train your mind. While truth remains unknown to you, seek guidance, books, wise words, and thought. And when you've seen the truth at last, lay down your acts and all your wants.
The limits of ritual and the awakening of insight. By faithfully performing sacred rites, the stains of lives once lived are washed away. When past misdeeds dissolve, the soul begins to glimpse the truth with ease, just as a crow flies toward a fruit that falls. But those who cling to ritual alone spin helpless in the eddy of the world, tossed up and down until they glimpse a joy beyond the form of things. And seeing how illusory it is, one must then break the bonds of world-bound thought, like elephants that snap their iron chains. Reason, the raft across the world's sea. Now listen with a calm and steady mind, for reason is the raft to cross this sea. Without its help, the senses run amok, and fears and griefs disturb the heart with storms. Only this light, clear reason, helps the wise endure both scorching heat and winter's wind. Life's miseries, at every step, may burn the ignorant like fire devours dry straw. But wisdom keeps the soul from pain, just like wet wood resists the flame despite the heat. Training the mind and choosing noble company. The mind is like a monkey in the trees, it leaps from branch to branch with no repose. So train it gently, guide it with your will. Avoid the dull, the cruel, the base in heart, and honor those whose lives are steeped in truth. For when we walk with those who walk in light, we find a tree whose fruits are peace and joy, a tree that flowers into liberation. The four guards at the gate of freedom. They say four guardians keep the gate of peace: calm self-restraint, discernment, inner ease, and friendship with the wise. These four alone unlock the path to freedom from the world. To cultivate them all is best, but still, even one, pursued with heart and soul, may bring the others close. So seek it out, even if the search should cost your life. The world's illusion and the light of wisdom. This world, a bitter vine, brings pain to fools who fail to clear the darkness from their hearts. Greed coils inside like serpents in the dark, expanding, shrinking, pumping breathless flame, like bellows in a forge. But light breaks through only in minds made clear by wisdom's touch, just as the moon appears in cloudless skies. He is a man whose thoughts can weigh the truth, whose brilliant insight glows with moonlit grace. dispelling night with cool and quiet beams.